Looking at a chest X-ray can feel a bit like staring at a magic eye poster. If you don't have a systematic plan, you're going to miss critical pathology, like a tiny pneumothorax or free air under the diaphragm. Today, we are breaking down a foolproof step by step method that real doctors use every single day. We'll cover the RIPE checklist for image quality and the classic ABCDE approach to reading the anatomy. Let's dive in. Before you even look at the lungs, you have to make sure you're looking at the right patient. Seriously, don't skip this. Check the name, date of birth, and unique ID number. Next, look at the date and time the film was taken. If a patient is deteriorating rapidly, a film from 3 days ago isn't going to help you right now. Finally, pull up any previous imaging. Comparing today's X ray to an old one is the ultimate cheat code for spotting new changes. To make sure the film is actually readable, remember the mnemonic RIPE. R for rotation. Look at the medial heads of the clavicles. They should be completely equidistant from the spinous processes in the middle. If they aren't, the patient is rotated, which can falsely distort the heart and trachea. I is for inspiration. A good film means the patient took a deep breath. You want to see 5 to 6 anterior ribs, the lung apices, and both costophrenic angles. P is for projection. Is it PA or AP? Posterior anterior is the standard. If there's no label, assume PA. You can check the shoulder blades. If the scapula are pushed out of the lung fields, it is a PA film. An AP film will artificially magnify the heart size. E is for exposure. Check the penetration. You should just be able to see the lower thoracic vertebrae faintly behind the shadow of the heart. Now for the main event, the structured ABCDE layout. Never jump straight to the obvious abnormality. Walk through the sequence every single time. A is for airway. Start at the top. Is the trachea down the middle? It can deviate slightly to the right normally, but significant deviation means trouble. It's either being pushed by a massive pleural effusion or tension pneumothorax, or it's being pulled by a collapsed lung lobe. Look at the carina where the trachea splits. This is your target landmark for checking nasogastric tubes. An NG tube must bisect the carina to be safe. Notice how the right main bronchus is wider and more vertical. That's exactly why inhaled foreign objects almost always end up on the right side. Finish A by looking at the hilar. The left hilum is usually slightly higher. Look out for bilateral symmetrical swelling, which screams sarcoidosis, or asymmetrical swelling, which points toward malignancy. B is for breathing, lungs, and pleura. Mentally divide each lung into 3 zones, upper, middle, and lower. Remember, these are zones, not anatomical lobes. Compare the left upper zone to the right upper zone, then move down. Look for fluid, dark spaces, or patchy white areas of consolidation like pneumonia. If you see a total absence of lung markings at the edges, suspect a pneumothorax. C is for cardiac. On a standard PA film, the heart width should be less than 50% of the total chest width. If it's wider, that's cardiomegaly. Check the borders too. If the right heart border is blurry, suspect right middle lobe pneumonia. If the left heart border loses its crisp edge, look closely at the lingula. D is for diaphragm. The right side sits higher because the liver is underneath it. On the left, look for the dark gastric bubble in the stomach. Watch out for free gas under the diaphragm. A clear strip of air separating the diaphragm from the liver means a bowel perforation, an absolute surgical emergency. Also look at the costophrenic angles where the diaphragm meets the ribs. They should be sharp, acute angles. If they look blunted or flat, it means fluid accumulation or hyperinflated lungs from COPD. E is for everything else. Don't turn off your brain yet. Check the mediastinal contours. Ensure the aortic knuckle is well defined and the autopulmonary window hasn't been obliterated by enlarged lymph nodes. Scan the bones for fractures or dark lytic lesions. Look at the soft tissues for swelling and check all external gear like pacemakers, artificial heart valves, and PICC lines. Finally, double check the notorious blind spots where pathology hides, the very tops of the lungs, behind the heart, and right behind the diaphragm. And that is how you systematically dissect a chest x ray without missing a thing. Treat every film like a formal process. Check details, evaluate RIP quality, step through ABCDE. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment with a trick that helped you the most, and share this with a classmate. See you in the next video.